Welcome back to Native Explorer. Today, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to wake you up. Because there's one truth about your life that nobody ever told you clearly enough. Your mind is the steering wheel of your entire existence. Every dream you've chased, every fear you've carried, every limit you've believed in. It all began right here, inside your mind. And if you don't take control of it, it will control you. In this video, I'm going to give you 7 life-changing truths about your mind. Not shallow tips you've already heard 1,000 times. Not motivational fluff that fades an hour later, but raw, unshakable truths that you can apply immediately to transform the way you think, act, and live. By the end of this, you will understand exactly how your mind creates the reality you live in right now, how to train it to work for you instead of against you, and how to use your thoughts to shape your future instead of letting them destroy it. And here's the best part. While you're learning these truths, you're also improving your English, training your listening, expanding your vocabulary, and learning how to express deep, powerful ideas in clear, fluent English. So watch with focus, because if you do, you will not be the same person by the end. Let's begin. 1. Your thoughts create your reality. Your life right now, your job, your relationships, your bank balance, your level of happiness is not an accident. It is the result of what you have been thinking about day after day for years. Let's make this real. Think about your mind like the soil of a garden. Whatever seeds you plant there, good or bad, will grow. If you plant seeds of fear, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, life is unfair, weeds will grow, choking out your confidence, your hope, and your action. But if you plant seeds of belief, I am capable, I will find a way, my effort matters, strong trees of opportunity will grow, creating shade, fruit, and strength in your life. Here's the powerful truth. Your mind cannot grow roses if you keep planting thorns. There was a man named Jim Carrey. Before he was famous, before Hollywood even knew his name, he was broke, living in a small van, struggling to survive. But every day he fed his mind with a different reality. He would drive up to the Hollywood Hills, sit there, and imagine himself acting in big movies. People laughing at his jokes, cameras flashing at him. And one day, he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, dated it 10 years into the future, and kept it in his wallet. He looked at it every single day. 10 years later, almost to the date, Jim Carrey got paid $10 million for his role in Dumb and Dumber. Was it magic? No. It was the law of his mind. The images and thoughts he carried inside became the reality he created outside. Right now, whether you know it or not, you are writing the script for your own life through your thoughts. If your mind is filled with negativity, self-doubt, and fear, your future will be full of proof that those thoughts were correct. But if you fill your mind with faith, action, and vision, life will start to show you proof that you were right to believe. The question is, what seeds are you planting? Because your mind doesn't care. It will grow whatever you put in it. You choose the seeds. You choose the harvest. Point 2. Self-belief is the engine of success. Let's go straight to the truth that changes lives. Nothing moves until your self-belief turns the key. Your talent can be asleep. Your resources can be limited. Your path can be confusing. But when you believe you can, your brain, your body, and your behavior line up like a team and start pushing in the same direction. Think of self-belief as the engine of a car. Skills are the wheels. Habits are the fuel. Goals are the map. But without an engine, the best wheels, fuel, and map do nothing. With an engine, even an old, noisy car can climb a mountain. This isn't fake confidence. This is not shouting, I'm the best, in the mirror. Real self-belief is a quiet decision that says, I will figure it out. I can learn what I don't know. I will keep going until this bends my way. What self-belief really is. Self-belief is the permission you give yourself to act before you feel ready, and to keep acting after it gets hard. It's not, I'm perfect. It's, I'm capable of progress. It's not, I never fail. It's, I learn faster than I fall. It's not, I know everything. It's, I can learn anything I need. When you hold this mindset, your brain opens learning mode. You notice solutions, ask better questions, remember more, and try again with adjustments. That is how results appear. The thermostat principle. Every person carries an inner thermostat for success, an invisible limit of what seems normal for you, how healthy you feel, how much money you think you can make, how confident you feel in a room. If your belief thermostat is set low, You sabotage when life gets better. If you raise it, you stop quitting early. You stay in the room. You finish the reps. You send the message. You take the seat at the table. Raising the thermostat is not magic. It's training. Keep reading. 3. The belief, action, evidence loop. Most people wait for evidence before they believe. Champions do the opposite. Believe a little, act a little. Collect evidence from that small action. Believe more because the evidence is real. Repeat until your belief is unshakable. This loop is how shy people become speakers, how beginners become professionals, how average becomes excellent. For years, experts said the human body could not run a mile in under 4 minutes. Doctors warned the heart would fail. Coaches believed it was impossible. In 1954, one runner proved the limit was a belief, not biology. He broke 4 minutes. What happened next? Within months, others also broke it. The track didn't change. The legs didn't change. The belief changed. When the brain believes something is reachable, it allows the body to spend more effort, endure more discomfort, and access more speed. Your life works the same way. When you move your ceiling, your performance rises to meet it. How to build unshakable self-belief. Step 1. Write your identity sentence. I am a consistent creator who shows up every day. I am a patient learner who improves 1% daily. Read it out loud every morning. This isn't magic, it's direction. Your brain begins to act like the identity you repeat. Step 2. Make a proof stack journal. 2 minutes a day. Each night write 3 small proofs that you are becoming this person. I recorded for 12 minutes. I asked one scary question. I learned a new concept. After a week, you'll have 21 proofs. After a month, approximately 90. Your belief rises because the evidence is yours. Step 3. The 1-meter win rule. Pick a goal and shrink today's task until it is so small you cannot refuse. Not run 5 kilometers, but walk 10 minutes. Not write a book, but write 100 words. Not learn English in a week, but speak 5 minutes out loud. Finish the 1-meter win. Then, if you feel strong, take 1 more meter. If not, you still won for today. Step 4. Courage reps. Tiny risks on purpose daily. Do 1 safe, uncomfortable action. Start a conversation. Post 1 paragraph. Ask for feedback. Make a phone call. These reps teach your brain. I don't break when I feel fear. Confidence grows because you train it. Step 5. Replace the sentence. Catch the old line. I can't do this. Replace it with, I don't know how yet, but I can learn. I haven't done it yet, but I'm starting now. Language is a remote control for your brain. Change the sentence. You change the signal. Step 6. Evidence-first goals. Set goals you control. Evidence goals. Not goals you don't control. Outcome goals. Evidence goal. Practice speaking English 20 minutes daily for 30 days. Outcome goal. Get fluent in 30 days. Not fully in your control. When you hit evidence goals, your brain learns you are reliable. Reliability is the backbone of self-belief. Step 7. Protect your vision from other people's limits. Other people's impossibilities are not yours. If they couldn't, it doesn't mean you can't. If they quit, it doesn't mean you should. Just because somebody else's ceiling is low doesn't mean your ceiling has to be the same. Guard your possibility. Feed it. Let it grow bigger. Step 8. Celebrate every victory. No matter how small, your brain remembers how it feels to win. If you only celebrate big wins, it might forget. But if you celebrate every step forward, your brain learns that winning is normal for you. This makes the next win easier. 4. Words are spells that shape your world. Every single word you speak is creating the world you live in. This is not poetry. This is power. Language doesn't just describe reality. It creates it. When you say, I'm terrible at this, your brain hears it, believes it, and starts looking for proof. When you say, I'm getting better at this, your brain hears it, believes it, and starts looking for improvement. The words you use don't just reflect your thoughts. They direct them. Think about it. If you tell yourself all day, I'm so tired, how do you feel? More tired. If you tell yourself, I have energy, how do you feel? More awake. Your body listens to your words and responds. Your brain treats your voice like an instruction manual. If you keep saying, I'm stressed, your brain creates more stress. If you start saying, I'm handling this, your brain starts looking for ways to handle it. This is why successful people guard their language like it's the most powerful tool they own. Because it is. The labels you put on yourself become the life you live. If you call yourself not a morning person, you will struggle every morning. If you call yourself someone who rises early, you will find it easier to wake up. If you say, I'm bad with money, you will make poor financial choices. If you say, I'm learning to manage money well, you will start making better decisions. Your brain doesn't care if the label is true. It only cares that you said it, and it will work to make it true. Consider these word swaps that change everything. Instead of I have to, say I get to. Instead of I'm stuck, say I'm learning. Instead of this is too hard, say this is challenging me to grow. Instead of I failed, say I gather data. Instead of I don't know, say I don't know yet. Instead of I can't, say I'm figuring out how. These aren't just positive words. They're different instructions to your brain. The complaint trap. Every complaint you speak is a spell that creates more of what you're complaining about. When you complain about traffic, you notice more traffic. When you complain about your job, you see more reasons to hate it. When you complain about people, you attract more difficult people. This isn't magic. It's focus. Whatever you talk about, you look for. Whatever you look for, you find more of. If you want less of something in your life, stop talking about it. Start talking about what you want more of. The power of I am statements. These are the strongest spells in any language. I am is a command to your subconscious. Whatever follows, I am, becomes your reality. I am tired creates tiredness. I am overwhelmed creates overwhelm. I am capable creates capability. I am focused creates focus. I am improving creates improvement. Choose your I am statements like you're programming a computer because that's exactly what you're doing. How to use words to reshape your reality. Monitor your language for one day. Notice how often you use weak, limiting, or negative words. Most people are shocked by what they discover. Pick 3 negative phrases you use often. Write them down. Next to each one, write a more powerful version. Practice the new versions until they feel natural. Start every morning with an I am statement that represents who you're becoming. Say it out loud. Let your brain hear the instruction from your voice. Stop using words that make you smaller. Just, only, little, maybe, I think, I hope. Start using words that make you bigger. Absolutely, definitely, I will, I know, I'm committed to, I'm creating. Replace complaint language with action language. Instead of this always happens to me, say how can I handle this better? Instead of nothing ever works, say what can I try next? Use future-focused language. Instead of I am bad at this, say I'm getting better at this. Your brain starts looking for evidence of improvement. Remember, you are always talking to the most important person in your life, yourself. Make sure the conversation is worthy of who you're becoming. 5. Your comfort zone is your danger zone. The place where you feel safest is actually the place where you're in the most danger. Not physical danger, but life danger. The danger of staying small. The danger of wasting your potential. The danger of looking back in 10 years and realizing you never really tried. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing grows there. Here's what most people don't understand. Comfort is not safety. Comfort is the slow death of possibility. When you stay in your comfort zone too long, you don't stay the same. You actually shrink. Your confidence shrinks. Your skills shrink. Your dreams shrink. Your world gets smaller and smaller until you're living in a box that feels like protection, but is actually a prison. Think about a muscle that never gets challenged. It doesn't stay strong. It gets weak. Your mind works the same way. If you never challenge it with new experiences, difficult conversations, or scary goals, it becomes weak. It becomes afraid of anything that feels uncertain. It starts to believe that safe is the same as successful, and comfort is the same as happiness. But safe is not successful. Safe is just safe, and comfortable is not happy. Comfortable is just comfortable. The growth equation. Growth equal discomfort multiplied repetition. Every time you do something that makes you nervous, you expand. Every time you avoid something that makes you nervous, you contract. The things that scare you are not obstacles. They are invitations. Invitations to become more than you are right now. The comfort zone trap. Your brain is designed to keep you alive, not to make you thrive. It wants you to stay where it's familiar, predictable, and safe. But alive and thriving are two very different things. A tree that's planted in a small pot will stay alive, but it will never reach its full height. A tree that's planted in open soil, exposed to wind and weather, will grow tall and strong. Your potential works the same way. Protect it too much, and it stays small. Challenge it, and it grows beyond what you thought was possible. The regret of inaction. Most people don't regret the things they tried and failed at. They regret the things they never tried at all. They regret the job they didn't apply for, the conversation they didn't start, the trip they didn't take, the business they didn't launch. The question that haunts people is not, what if I fail? But, what if I never tried? Don't let that be your question. Comfort zone expansion techniques. Do one thing daily that scares you a little. Send that message. Raise your hand. Ask that question. Introduce yourself. Each small brave act trains your nervous system to handle bigger brave acts. Say yes to opportunities that make you nervous. If the opportunity scares you and excites you at the same time, that's your signal to say yes. Fear plus excitement equals growth. Seek out situations where you're the beginner. Take a class where you know nothing. Join a group where you're the newbie. Learning something new forces you out of your comfort zone automatically. Practice the 20-second rule. When you feel the urge to do something brave, count down from 20 and then do it before you reach 0. This stops your brain from talking you out of it. Make friends with rejection. Apply for jobs you might not get. Ask for discounts you might not receive. Invite people who might say no. Rejection is data, not judgment. The more you collect, the less it stings. Embrace the beginner's mindset. You don't have to be good at something to start it. You just have to start it to get good at it. Give yourself permission to be bad while you learn. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every pro was once an amateur. Every icon was once an unknown. The only difference between them and you is that they left their comfort zone and kept going even when it was uncomfortable. Your comfort zone is not your friend. It's the thing standing between you and your potential. Step out of it. One brave choice at a time. 6. Pain is temporary, but quitting is permanent. Life will hit you. That's not a possibility. That's a promise. You will face rejection, failure, disappointment, and moments when everything feels impossible. The question is not whether pain will come. The question is, what will you do when it arrives? Because in that moment, you have two choices. You can let the pain teach you, or you can let the pain defeat you. You can use it as fuel, or you can use it as an excuse to quit. One choice builds you stronger. The other destroys your dreams forever. The truth about pain. Pain is information. Physical pain tells you something is wrong with your body. Emotional pain tells you something needs to change in your life. But most people misinterpret the message. They think pain means stop when usually it means adjust. They think pain means I'm not good enough when usually it means I'm growing. They think pain means this is impossible when usually it means this is difficult. And difficult is not the same as impossible. The quitting epidemic. We live in a culture that has made quitting normal. When something gets hard, people say, maybe this isn't for you. When something takes time, people say, maybe you should try something easier. When something hurts, people say, maybe you should stop. But the most successful people in any field are not the most talented. They are the ones who keep going when others quit. They understand that temporary pain is the price of permanent progress. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, luck, or connections. It's the ability to endure discomfort longer than others are willing to. While others are looking for the exit, they're looking for the lesson. While others are making excuses, they're making adjustments. While others are giving up, they're showing up. That persistence is what separates dreamers from achievers. Consider the story of Thomas Edison. When he was working on the light bulb, he failed over 1,000 times. A reporter asked him, "How does it feel to fail 1,000 times?" Edison replied, "I haven't failed 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that don't work." That mindset, that pain is information, not defeat, is what changed the world. Because Edison didn't quit, you can read these words right now. The compound effect of persistence. Every time you push through when you want to quit, you build a muscle, not a physical muscle, but a mental one. The muscle of endurance, the muscle of resilience, the muscle of determination. And like any muscle, the more you use it, the stronger it gets. People who give up easily have weak persistence muscles. People who keep going have strong ones. Which muscle are you building? Strategies for turning pain into power. Reframe the narrative. Instead of, this is too hard, think, this is making me stronger. Instead of, I can't handle this, think, I'm learning to handle this. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Think, What is this teaching me? Set time limits for emotional pain. Allow yourself to feel disappointed, frustrated, or sad for a specific amount of time, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day. Then choose to focus on solutions and next steps. Find the lesson in every setback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? What strength is this building in me? Pain without learning is just suffering. Pain with learning is growth. Remember your why. When the pain feels unbearable, reconnect with the reason you started. The stronger your why, the easier it is to endure the how. Your dreams are worth more than your discomfort. Use the future self technique. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Ask that future version of yourself, what would you want me to do right now? Would you want me to quit or keep going? Usually, the answer is clear. Build a pain tolerance gradually. Don't try to endure massive pain all at once. Start with small discomforts and build your way up. Cold showers, extra workout reps, difficult conversations. Each one trains your pain tolerance. Celebrate the effort, not just the outcome. Every time you choose to keep going when you want to quit, you win. Even if the external result isn't what you wanted, you've built internal strength that no one can take away. The ultimate truth: pain is temporary. No matter how bad it feels right now, it will pass. But if you quit, that's permanent. You can't undo giving up. You can't go back and try again with the same opportunity. You can't recapture the momentum you lost. But if you push through the pain, you'll discover something amazing. You're stronger than you thought, more capable than you believed, and closer to your breakthrough than you imagined. The pain you're avoiding is the gateway to the life you're seeking. 7. The only limits that matter are the ones in your mind. Everything you see around you, every building, every invention, every breakthrough, started as an impossible idea in someone's mind. The airplane was impossible until the Wright brothers proved it wasn't. The internet was impossible until it connected the world. The smartphone was impossible until it became the most normal thing in your pocket. The only difference between impossible and inevitable is time and someone willing to believe it's possible. Right now, your mind has invisible limits. Beliefs about what you can do, how much you can earn, how successful you can become, how far you can go. These limits feel real, but they're not. They're just ideas that you've accepted without questioning. And the tragic part is that most people never test their limits. They just assume they're real and live inside them for their entire lives. The story of the elephant. When an elephant is young, circus trainers tie its leg to a small stake in the ground. The baby elephant tries to break free but can't. It learns that the rope and stake are stronger than its efforts. Years later, when the elephant weighs 10,000 pounds and could easily snap the rope or pull out the stake, it doesn't even try. It believes it's still trapped by something that could no longer hold it. Many people live like that elephant, trapped by old beliefs about their abilities that are no longer true, if they ever were. The poverty of imagination. Most people's biggest problem is not a lack of opportunity or resources. It's a lack of imagination about what's possible for their life. They set small goals because they can't imagine big ones. They take small risks because they can't imagine big rewards. They think small thoughts because they can't imagine big futures. But imagination is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you expand what you believe is possible, the more your actions align with bigger possibilities. The successful versus the unsuccessful. Unsuccessful people see obstacles and think, this is why I can't. Successful people see the same obstacles and think, this is what I have to figure out. Unsuccessful people hear about someone's success and think, they got lucky. Successful people hear the same story and think, what did they do that I can do too? The difference is not in the obstacles or the opportunities. The difference is in what they believe is possible for themselves. The breakthrough moment. Every major achievement in human history happened because someone refused to accept the current limits. They looked at what everyone said was impossible and decided to try anyway. They didn't have different genes or secret knowledge, but they had different beliefs about what was possible. And when you change your beliefs about what's possible, you change what you're willing to try. When you change what you're willing to try, you change what you're able to achieve. Breaking through mental limits. Most people are not defeated by failure. They are defeated by the time it takes to succeed. When progress is slow, their mind says, this is impossible. Why bother? And the moment they believe it's impossible, they stop doing the actions that would have made it possible. The result: they never know how close they were to breaking through. How to expand what your mind believes is possible. Challenge the ceiling. Write down your biggest goal. Then ask, what would it take to make this even bigger? Force your mind to explore beyond the comfort zone. Collect proof from the world. Read about breakthroughs in science, technology, and history. Every time you learn about something that was once thought impossible, your own belief in possibility grows. Use the what if game. Whenever your mind says, I can't, immediately ask, what if I could? What would I try first? This opens the door instead of closing it. Focus on evidence goals. Set goals based on actions you control, like hours practiced, pages written, calls made, instead of only outcomes. When you see yourself showing up daily, you start to believe more is possible. Train with incremental wins. Don't jump from zero to a giant leap. Expand in steps. Each win is proof that the next step is possible. When you change one impossible into possible, it starts a chain reaction. Breakthrough in your career, and suddenly your health goals seem possible. Breakthrough in learning a skill, and suddenly building a business feels possible. Each victory adds weight to the belief. If I can do this, I can do more. Be careful whose limits you accept. People will tell you something is impossible, not because it truly is, but because they can't imagine themselves doing it. If you adopt their limits, you live their life. If you protect your possibility, you live yours. When you train your mind to believe more is possible, you stop quitting early. You start taking actions that most people never even try. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. And slowly, the impossible becomes your new normal. Because the only real difference between impossible and possible is whether your mind allows you to try. Point 8. Your mind becomes what you feed it. Your mind is not a fixed machine. It's more like living clay. It takes the shape of whatever you press into it day after day, year after year. If you feed it weakness, it will shape itself into fear. If you feed it strength, it will shape itself into courage. If you feed it excuses, it will shape itself into limitations. If you feed it vision, it will shape itself into power. This is not philosophy. It's reality. Every piece of information you allow into your mind is a seed. Those seeds grow into your thoughts. Your thoughts grow into your beliefs. Your beliefs grow into your actions. Your actions grow into your life. So if you don't like your life, the first place to look is not outside. It's at what you've been feeding your mind. Imagine your mind as a giant garden. Every single day, something is being planted. Some seeds are planted by you. The books you read, the words you speak, the things you think about before bed. Some seeds are planted by others, like conversations you hear, news you watch, comments people make around you. But here's the thing most people don't realize. You are the gardener. You decide which seeds stay and which get pulled out. If you let every weed grow, your garden will choke. If you pull the weeds and plant strong, healthy seeds every day, your garden will thrive. And so will your life. A computer doesn't decide what data it gets. It runs whatever you put into it. If you load it with viruses, it crashes. If you load it with powerful, useful software, it becomes a tool for creation. Your mind works the same way. If you feed it fear, gossip, and negativity, it will run programs that sabotage you. If you feed it learning, vision, and positivity, it will run programs that build your future. Think about your average day. You wake up and scroll through social media, comparing your life to strangers. You watch or hear the news and absorb fear, anger, and division. You spend hours with people who complain, criticize, and gossip. You go to sleep replaying your mistakes instead of your goals. This is a mental diet of junk food. And just like the body gets weak on junk food, the mind gets weak on junk thoughts. If you want to change your life, start by changing your mental diet. What you feed your mind today will shape who you are 6 months from now. If you start reading one good book every month, listening to inspiring audio instead of gossip, and focusing on solutions instead of problems, your thinking will change. When your thinking changes, your decisions change. When your decisions change, your results change. Picture your mind as a giant water tank. Every positive, empowering thought is a drop of clean water. Every negative, disempowering thought is a drop of dirty water. You can't expect a tank to stay clean if you pour dirty water into it every day. The only way to make the water clear is to keep pouring in clean water until it overflows and washes the dirt out. The same goes for your mind. You must flood it with powerful, useful, uplifting input until there's no room left for the garbage. How to feed your mind for power, step by step. Audit your inputs. Write down every major source of information in your life: TV, social media, conversations, books. Circle the ones that empower you. Cross out the ones that weaken you. Create a no junk rule. For the next 30 days, remove one major negative input from your daily life. Replace it with something that builds you. Schedule your mental meals. Just like you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, schedule times to feed your mind. A morning reading session, a midday podcast, an evening reflection. Use the 5-minute upgrade. Whenever you have 5 minutes of idle time, consume something that makes you better, not something that wastes your energy. Protect the first and last 30 minutes of your day. Start and end your day with the mental equivalent of a healthy meal, a goal review, a gratitude list, or an inspiring message. Feeding your mind right is not instant magic. It's like training for a marathon. The results compound over time. 6 months of good mental nutrition will make you calmer under stress, sharper in decision-making, and more confident in yourself. 1 year of good mental nutrition can make you unrecognizable in the best way. If you take control of what your mind consumes, you will think more clearly. You will feel more in control. You will act with more purpose. And most importantly, you will start building a life that reflects the best of what's inside you. Because what's inside you is finally the best you've ever fed it. We've just walked through truths that have the power to rebuild your entire life from the inside out. But here's the thing. None of it matters if you only listen and then go back to your old patterns. Your mind will not change because of one video. It will change because you decide today to live differently. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be fearless. You don't need to know exactly how everything will work out. You just need to take one powerful step and then another and keep going even when it's hard. Because your mind is not just a part of your life. Your mind is your life. And if you control it, shape it, and protect it, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that can stop you. If this video spoke to you, don't let it just be another moment that fades away. Take action right now. Subscribe to this channel because every week we bring you not just motivation, but the tools, the truths, and the push you need to rise higher. Your next level is waiting, but it won't come to you. You have to go to it. And together, we're building a community where weakness ends and strength begins. So, subscribe, turn on the bell, and step into the next chapter of your life. Because your future won't wait, and neither should you.